Articles 3 and 5 through 9 of the 1757 Declaration of the Faith and Practice of the Church in Carter Lane. 3. We believe that before the world began, God did elect a certain number of men unto everlasting salvation, whom he did predestinate to the adoption of children by Jesus Christ of his own free grace, and according to the good pleasure of his will. And that in pursuance of this gracious design he did contrive and make a covenant of grace and peace with his Son Jesus Christ on behalf of those persons with all their grace and glory were put into the hands of Christ and made his care and charge. 5. We believe that the Lord Jesus Christ, being set up from everlasting as mediator of the covenant, and he having engaged to be surety of his people, did in the fullness of time really assume human nature, and not before, neither in whole nor in part. His human soul, being a creature, existed not from eternity, but was created and formed in his body by him that formed the spirit of man within him when he was conceived in the womb of the Virgin. And so his human nature consists of a true body and a reasonable soul, both which together and at once the Son of God assumed into union with his divine person, when made of a woman, and not before, in which he really suffered and died as the substitute of his people, in their room and stead, whereby he made all that satisfaction for their sins which the law and justice of God could require, as well as made way for all those blessings which are needful for them both for time and eternity. 6. We believe that the eternal redemption which Christ has obtained by the shedding of his blood is special and particular. That is to say, that it was only intentionally designed for the elect of God and sheep of Christ, who only share the special and peculiar blessings of it. 7. We believe that the justification of God's elect is only by the righteousness of Christ imputed to them, without the consideration of any works of righteousness done by them, and that the full and free pardon of all their sins and transgressions, past, present, and to come, is only through the blood of Christ, according to the riches of his grace. 8. We believe that the work of regeneration, conversion, sanctification, and faith is not an act of man's free will and power, but of the mighty, efficacious, and irresistible grace of God. 9. We believe that all those who are chosen by the Father, redeemed by the Son, and sanctified by the Spirit shall certainly persevere, so that not one of them shall ever perish, but shall have everlasting life.